Hey, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG. This is my Q&A video where I'm answering your guys' questions from last Monday. And any questions you guys have below, or today, please go down below and I will answer them next Monday, okay? So, next question starts with Nikki from Chicago. Hello, Nikki. I feel like my ex is stalking me in my dreams. Just as I start to forget about him, he pops up in my dreams. Is this a warning sign to watch for an incoming hoover? Well, I don't know. Are you psychic? I don't know. Maybe. No, Nikki. This is normal. The longest thing that stays with us, I swear, is nightmares. Dreams and nightmares. And they take a while to go away. I'm sorry, but for most of us. This is telling you, this is your brain telling you, I'm scared, I have trauma, I have issues I want to deal with, I have things that I need to talk about and deal with, and I'm scared, and you know, so I hope, Nikki, that you're talking to somebody and processing these things and not being so scared of him, because you don't need to be scared of him. Once we realize what really happened, it's not that scary. Okay, and you know, all of this is just normal. This is our brain stuck in, you know, that fear mode that believes that we're still in it, and we're not. And you start to forget about him, but your brain reminds you of him, because your brain, you haven't forgot about him. You haven't. Write, make videos, talk, but you have to talk to people. You have to process these things. There's obviously a lot of bad, negative things that you dealt with that you're still thinking about. Okay? Because when you don't have anything you care about with this anymore, when you've dealt with all these situations and you don't have things you're scared of and things like this, there's no reason for them to be in your dreams anymore. And, you know, I dealt with this. I had nightmares for a few years. But it took me a while to find this stuff out and really do what I'm supposed to do. And once I did that, they started going away right away. And, you know, they just get spaced out further and further and further. Okay? If you're worried about an incoming hoover, then just think about it. Talk about it. What are you worried about? What are you scared of? What can he do? What's he gonna do? What can you do? What do you want out of it? Just like I was saying in the last video. You know, there's no reason to be scared of these things, guys. We build up phobias. We build up phobias because we don't deal with our fear. Our fears turn into phobias. They become bigger than life. Things that we believe that we cannot deal with. And it's not true. We can. We have to. You have to. All of this is about not being able to deal with people. Right? If you knew how to deal with people, you wouldn't have these nasty people in your life. You would have told them no, and you would have stuck by it. Okay? Don't be scared. There's no reason to. Just talk about these things. Process them correctly. Okay? All right? Don't build up a phobia. There's no reason to. Mark from Southern Michigan. Hello, Mark. The school system in Colorado is teaching empathy and self-control. What are your thoughts? I think that's amazing. I didn't know about this. And I've talked to many people on what can we do to change the world. You know, a lot of people talk about, you know, red flags and we need to just pick out narcissists. There's so much more. There's so much more. What really needs to happen, right, is go into these households and you know, we need better parenting. We need more love right from the beginning, right from childbirth. But what can we do? We can teach children in schools these things. Okay? Because it takes us sometimes up into our college years to finish developing empathy. So we can see signs at an early age. We can teach children empathy. We can teach them self-control. And I think it's not wonderful. It's absolutely necessary. It should be in every school. You know, think about some of the classes you were forced to learn and take. They're great. I mean, you know, I learned how to cook and how to sew and how to clean, and that's great. I'm glad I took those classes. I'm glad I know how to do those things, and I'm not dependent on other people. But love, empathy, remorse, to control our own behaviors, things like this. God, I mean, what could be more important? Yeah, Mark, I think it's great, and thanks for keeping me, thanks for telling me this and letting me know, and any other information you have about this, let me know. Thanks, Mark. Paula from the United Kingdom. Hello, Paula. I have a flying monkey stalker bothering my son at work. He keeps asking if I've moved on. Well, Paula, I don't know how old your son is, but if he's a minor, I would get police involved, because that's just wrong. That's dangerous. You know, this guy has no boundaries, and when you start doing that to children, my God, I would get police involved, and I would get your school involved, and I would tell your school that they are, or no, I'm sorry, is your son at work. So he may not be a small child. I'm sorry. Different situation. But there's things that he can do. There's things you can do to keep him from bothering him at work. That shouldn't happen. I don't know how the UK is, but I can't imagine people just allow you to go to your work and bother you. You tell them not to come here. Right? That's horrible. And he just wants to know if you've moved on. Tell him, yeah. She's moved on. But this is just, I just hate the whole flying monkey is just typically, you know, flying monkeys can be victims just like us. They're uninformed, not very educated on this stuff. They're so hurt. And the disordered person that launches the smear campaign is so believable to these victims, because they've been, you know, they can say they've been in the same boat. You know, I know we've heard from narcissists, go attack these people. It's just a horrible, horrible thing. And flying monkey you can call it, but what it is a stalker. It's a nasty, nasty person that violates boundaries, especially for people you don't even know. Someone's not even done something to you, and you just take someone's word and go and stalk them and harass them at work, at school, their business. I mean, it's just sick. It's just the most sickest behavior. You know, all of this, we talk about what someone did to us behind closed doors when we lived with them and loved them and stuff like that. But to do this kind of behavior out in society, out in the open to people you don't know, it's just sick. It's worse. It's worse. Don't tell me some narcissist did something to you and it's okay to publicly just go crazy on them. It's just sick. You're the sick one. Anyone that does this, a flying monkey's sick. They don't have to be disordered. You're sick as fuck. A stalker, your children at work, at school, trying to destroy people's businesses. These kinds of things is just disgusting. Disgusting society behavior. You know, it's just gross, and it shouldn't be accepted. And it's too bad that people ignore this, turn the other cheek, don't want to get involved. I understand not wanting to get involved, but we don't let people just display behavior like this in society. My God, behind closed doors is one thing, but out in the open, overtly like this is disgusting. And trying to, you know, trying to say it's okay because they're bad people. So you say it's a flying monkey stalker bothering your son. I guess it's not the person you know, the disorder person or whatever, your abuser. This is just someone they know coming up to him. It's just crazy. It's like, what does this person care? This person, now you can see how this person, the flying monkey, dates disordered people too. You know, and I've been a flying monkey. I believed borderline women that would always say their boyfriends beat them up. I believed every single time a girl said that, you know. I go tell him he's a piece of crap, go threaten him, stuff like that, and I find out she's been doing this, she's done this to 20 guys. Good job. And that's not okay. I don't get to excuse my behavior and say, oh, well, I didn't know. You know, well, you made a choice to act like this, you act like an asshole to someone else. That's your fucking choice. You don't have to get involved in that. So, I don't know what else to tell you, Paula. Get police involved, get his work involved. You know, I mean, there's a part of responsibility while your son is at work that he's safe. Tell them that he doesn't feel safe. This person's threatened him or something. I don't know. Good luck. I'm sorry, Paula. Luke from the United Kingdom. Hello, Luke. Do you think every time I ignore my ex, it causes a narcissistic injury? Yes, it does, Luke. And it's amazing they keep coming back for more, don't they? That's disordered. My God. You keep getting rejected and you keep going back for more and more and more and more. And the second you stop rejecting her, she'll abandon you. She'll discard you. Neat. What a game, huh? Yeah, total injury. You know, I say it all the time. These guys are born out of complete shame. They already feel like they're the worst people in the world. I don't care how they act. I don't care what they tell you. They feel like the worst people in the world. And then when you show them that you don't want them, you don't need them, now they know that they are definitely the worst people in the world. And they will keep coming back and keep coming back to validate themselves. No matter how many times you do it, it doesn't matter because they've already been through it their whole life. Someone's already done it to them their whole childhood. Makes no difference if you do it to them. It's that one time that you validate them. Then I'm okay. Meredith from Vancouver, Canada. Hello, Meredith. How do I keep my ex from sending love letters to my email? I can't change it because it's an email for work. Well, Meredith, I'm not too tech savvy. Any of you guys have advice on how to help Meredith to keep people from sending her messages? You know, other than spam, you know, I spam it and don't look at your spam folder. Empty that spam folder out every once in a while. That's my best advice, Meredith. I'm sorry, I don't know. You could have a lawyer write him a letter saying that he's representing you from your company, saying that he is harassing the company, and if he doesn't stop, we will take measures against him. Just advice. I don't know. Hope that helps, Meredith. I really don't know what else to tell you. Spam it, erase him, and don't look at him. Okay? I hope you're not giving him anything. Okay? And I say this all the time because a lot of us don't realize that we're giving these people stuff. You know, we don't realize that if they can just get you to just at least say hello and then hang up the phone. They might just do that for a while, just for that. I don't know, you know. These are disordered, crazy people, you know. Good luck, Meredith. I'm sorry. I hope some of the things I said helped. And please, you guys, if you have any other advice, go down and give it to Meredith. Thank you. 4 stars from London. Hello. Do you have strategies for coping with overwhelming, intrusive thoughts that come out of the blue? Yeah, you know, I have videos about this. Several. Scroll down. Try and find them if you can. You know, we control our thoughts, and we are the authority on how we feel and what we think about. Okay? I try to explain this all the time, that we have 2 different brains working, and we have one that's always going to tell us about our fears, and we have the other one that's logic and says, no, we aren't scared of that stuff. When we are depressed, when we are traumatized and sad and down and all these things, we listen. This thing is huge. It just tells us bad, negative things, and a depressed mind just doesn't let us heal. Okay? We have to tell ourselves what to think, how to feel. If we're scared of things, hold it in front of you. Find out why you're scared. Change it, fix it, or throw that shit away. Okay? Think about now. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about and dwell on yesterday. But deal with those things if you need to. If you're thinking about your past all the time, there's things you need to deal with. Okay? You've got to. We create phobias. Now that's a phobia. Now you think it is a huge thing when it's not that big. So we build it up and we get scared of it and we don't even tell anybody. We go and see a therapist and the therapist says, asks us a little bit about that. And we go, oh, no, totally fine. Nothing. You know, and it's just like, no. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? You know? It's about being healthy. It's about living healthy, making healthier choices all the time, okay? We take ourselves out of this toxic, negative soup where our brain is, oh God, and then we step into a nice, healthy, clean, fun, happy, relaxed environment, and our brain finally relaxes. It takes a long time, guys. It takes a long time. Go ask soldiers from war, okay? But this stuff, I believe, is easier to deal with, okay? It's more complex, but there's better results, I believe. Okay? Good luck. Good luck. You can control your thoughts. Metacognition. I promise. You have to do it. You have to believe that you can. If it's not working, you probably believe in that you can. If it's not working, you're maybe around negative people that are knocking you down and criticizing you. We also become our own critic. You can't be in your own critic. You got to be in your own, the captain of your own team, okay? And you build that team up with good players, good people that become that part of the team. Okay? I've said before, the best hope you could have is the hope that others have inside you. When people have hope in you, you do well. If you're by yourself, good luck. If you have 100 people in your corner, you're going to do good things. Period. Okay? Diane from Russia. Hello, Diane. Or Diana. I'm sorry. Hello, Diana. I escaped a narcissistic environment I grew up in. Good. Now I see them everywhere. Is there hope my world will be free of these people? And wondering if people have empathy or not. I said it before, Diana, and please keep watching more of my videos, and I try to explain that, what I just explained, that your brain is in high war zone mode. Imagine you're a soldier, and your whole life has been a war, and all these little battles you've had your whole life have kept your brain in battle mode, battle mode, battle mode. Soldiers that go to battle afterwards, they come home, they're fine. Everything's safe. You're in, great America. Nothing happening here. And they hear the bombs and the bullets and their friends blowing up and all this stuff, and they just can't get it out of their head until their brain finally relaxes. So you have to create the safe, happy, fun, loving environment for yourself. You have to. If you don't, you won't get out of this stuff. You'll keep thinking bad stuff. You can't stay in a negative environment and have great, happy thoughts. That's why we don't surround ourselves with negative people. That's why we get away from them. Right? We don't try and, help them. Welcome. You want to be negative? Go be negative. Luke from the United Kingdom. Hello, Luke. Why is it we're all finding it hard to deal with rejection and discard when we never got any answers or closure, like nothing happened? Well, that's why it's hard. Luke, the most important thing in our lives are relationships with other people. We need it. Okay? We need them. We need people. A failed relationship would then be one of the hardest things we've ever had to deal with in our life. Right? If relationships are the most important things in our life with people, and then we have failed relationships, that's very depressing. Okay? Very, very depressing. What we need is to talk to the other person. There's ways to end relationships, and it's very important to do it that way. We need to talk, and we need to talk about our feelings. And if I'm going to end the relationship with you, I'm going to tell you why. And then I'm going to be concerned about how you feel. And you're going to tell me how you feel about it. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. And eventually there's going to be some closure, and you're not going to have so many answers. These guys won't do that. They will not do that. They know that there's something wrong with them, and they have to do everything they can to prove that it's you. They cannot relate with people. They cannot relate with people. Personality disordered people cannot relate with people. That's the problem. They can't have relationships. They cannot have successful relationships at all. So they destroy you while you're trying to have one with them. Okay? There's, I've talked about attachment styles, Luke. You most likely have what's called an anxious attachment style. I would be concerned about maybe the attachments you had as a child, and as your attachments formed, what else was going on? Was there childhood trauma? Okay? Were your parents 100% attentive? Or did they leave you there sometimes? This causes anxiety in relationships. When the relationship ends, it causes major problems with people like this, and it causes anxiety, causes obsessing and ruminating. We need answers. We need closure. You're not going to get it from them, Luke, so you have to go get it professionally. I'm sorry. But if you get somebody to stand outside, that outside perspective, looking in and saying, Luke, this is what it is, buddy. Here's the dots, man. You see what happened here and then what happened here? See how it's the same? Yep. That's why, man. You just didn't receive enough love. You just didn't get enough attention. You weren't helped. Nobody helped you regulate your own emotions, so you're scared of them. Whatever it is. But this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about that people need help with, okay? You need closure. You still need it. You still need answers. You still need closure, Luke, and you're never going to get it from them. You have to leave them alone. You have to get it somewhere, okay? Good luck. Get it, okay, Luke? Don't be scared. It's not a big deal. Talk to somebody and figure it out. Douglas from Philly. Hello, Douglas. Why don't narcissists stay single instead of cheating? Well, because narcissists don't care about hurting you. Matter of fact, a lot of narcissists like it. They need attention. We need relationships. We need attachment. We need attention. We need love. We need to feel needed. We need these things. Every human, okay? Every human needs it. That's why it's a problem when things don't work out. That's why it's a problem to even be an avoidant person. Even avoidant people still need it. That's why it's a problem. That's why they're called avoidant. That's why there's avoidant personality disorder. I mean, if it's not a problem, if you don't need people, then okay, what's the problem? No, we do. We need everyone. We need people. Okay? So they, narcissists, never got what they needed in life, and they'll never get what they needed from you. So they try, don't they? They try, they hop from person to person, and while they're with people, they get attention from other people, and they cheat behind your back and all these things. Try and screw your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin. It's never enough. And they don't care. They don't care how you feel. Matter of fact, a lot of narcissists are sadistic and want to watch you sit there and squirm in pain because they were in such pain as a child. They like it. I really think that. I think that some of these people are in such pain as children that they like to cause and inflict the same amount of pain, which to them is never enough. To them, it was always more. So it's always okay to hurt you. It's never what they went through. Hope that helps. Michael from Pennsylvania. Hello, Michael. Can you talk about borderline personality disorder having narcissistic traits? Well, Michael, yes. There's 10 personality disorders. They're divided up into 3 clusters, A, B, and C. And this is the B cluster. In the B cluster, you have 4 disorders. Okay? And you have got borderline and narcissists are both in that cluster. They're both very similar. Borderlines have psychopathic traits. Psychopathic traits have histrionic. Histrionic has narcissist. Narcissist has borderline. They all share traits. They all share traits, Michael. And, you know, they say and I've said this before, and people want to argue with me with this, but it's not me saying it. It's the DSM. The borderline might have some empathy. The borderline might have some remorse, other than, different than a narcissist. But you have to understand that someone that is disordered, someone that is toxic, someone that is abusive, someone that might be drinking, doing drugs, hurting people, hitting people, they aren't in touch with these things. Okay? And it doesn't take someone to not have these things to be abusive. So think about somebody that actually does have plenty of empathy and remorse, but they're a total drunk and they beat their wife when they go home. And then they feel bad about it maybe, so maybe they beat her some more. I don't know. Get drunk more? I don't know. But we all have narcissistic traits. And in the cluster B, they're very profound. Borderlines have narcissistic traits. Sure. They could have an ego. You know, a false ego. All of it. All of it. They could have any of those things. They can be comorbid. Some people believe they're the same thing. It's just so hard to differentiate that. And doctors and scientists have tried very hard, and this is what they've come up with. And I think it's fairly accurate. I believe narcissists and borderlines are different. But they share the same traits, and they can look exactly the same. And it's a very difficult thing to do to try and differentiate them. When you have someone that displays no empathy, no remorse, very abusive, and you're trying to wonder what they are. Piece of crap. How about that? I hope that helps, Michael. I don't know what else to say than that. If you have more specific questions about this, ask me, okay? Michael from Ontario, Canada. Hello, Michael. Is it common for narcissists to not be friends with you on Facebook while you're dating, but be friends with the new supply? Amazingly common. Amazing. That's the game. That's the game. Narcissists do it too. Borderlines do it too. Borderlines, narcissists, I imagine maybe some psychopaths, sociopaths, histrionic. Yeah. Oh yeah. Be dating somebody, not let them be friends on Facebook, and then, mixing with other people, accepting their friend requests, being friends with them. Many different reasons. Many different reasons. I think the biggest reason is, because I've heard this so much, this is so common, I think they know they're a piece of crap and they don't want you to expose them. They don't want you to just, for 1 minute, however long it takes them to catch it, they don't want you to go on their wall and say, they've done this to me. Another reason is, my boyfriend's not friends with me on Facebook, I can cheat on my boyfriend with people on Facebook. It's a lot harder to do if you're friends. Think about it, Very common. Extremely common. All forms of triangulating. Those are great ways to triangulate. They tell you, oh no, you know, you're bad to me. I'm scared of you. I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to go on my Facebook and say some bad stuff about me. Well, yeah, you deserve it, you know, but they know that, and you don't. We're always the ones that don't. We don't do stuff like that. They do. So what did I say? Someone that cheats accuses you of cheating all the time. Someone that steals thinks everyone's stealing. Someone that lies all the time doesn't believe anybody. Accuses you of, you're lying. You know, you're a liar. I hope that helps somewhat. Let me know, Michael, if it doesn't. Thank you. Nikki Smith from Colorado. Hello, Nikki. I recently started dating again. I feel awkward. Do you have any tips on getting to know people? Well, when I wrote this down, I'm not quite sure, Nikki, if you meant when you're dating someone, is there tips on how to get to know that person better? Or is there just tips on getting to know people in general? I think it's the former. So, I have tips on dating people, and I just made a video, I think last week, maybe the week before, on internet and the lost connection. I talk a little bit about it in there. And I don't know if that's what you're asking, but I'll just say it. You know, you guys, I tell people that things like this all the time. All of you have 5 interests you don't know about. You have something you like something you like to eat, you have something you like to do, you have somewhere you like to go, and you have somebody you know, whatever it is, you have 5 interests you don't know about that you like. Go find them. Go find them and make your life more interesting. Not only that, you're going to find people, if you explore these things, you're going to find people that are doing it too. Instead of a dating service where it's, I want to date, I want sex, I want, you know what I mean? I mean, we all do. You know? How about something more? How about something more? Other than looking at a profile and saying, you know, oh, yeah, you have 2 kids, and I love my kids, and I live in here, and this is my job. And, I mean, it's just so much to go through. So many people to go through, to screen. You know, you think you met a nice guy, and you got nothing in common. You have so much in common, you think, with someone, and they're a piece of crap. I mean, it's just, why don't you just go find what interests you, and then go find people that are doing the same thing? That's just my opinion. And connect with people, okay? Put your phones down when you're out in public. Jesus Christ, man. Everyone walks around with their phone stuck to their face. You've got a small room. You know, you could go into something very specific. A specific small business that really only specifies in a small little part of business of society. And you can have a bunch of people in there that are all interested in that thing, all sitting there and talking on the phone, don't even look at each other. It's the detriment of society. It's not going to work. How do you get to know people that you just met? Ask questions. You know, ask questions and make sure what they say is relevant and that what they say that they actually do. Like they, you know, like if I like this, then I should want that. I shouldn't say I like this and then tomorrow, no, I don't want that. Well, you just said you like it. Yeah. You know, how do you get to know people? And I don't know if you're asking for red flags or not. It's such a general question. Do you have tips on getting to know people? Yes, you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Nikki. Nice to meet you. You know, all kinds of different ways, Nikki, to get to know people. Hope that helps. I don't know what else to say. You know, best thing I can tell you is make every single interaction with a person genuine. You know, I get close to people. I call people friends. Why not? Why can't everybody be my friend? You know, I know how to handle it, so it's okay. I call people my friends. I tell people I love them. You know, why not? If somebody else takes that wrong, that's kind of their problem. If I get in tons of fucking trouble with it all the time, maybe I'll stop doing it, but I don't care. I love you. I have no problem saying that to people. I mean it. I love people. Okay? There aren't that many bad people out there. Okay? It's just your own experiences. We pick a lot of bad people sometimes. And there's reasons for that. Okay? It makes us feel bad. It makes us think other people are bad in the world, but they're not. People are good in the world. People are just like you. You know, they are. Stop looking at the bad. The world is so bad. I know it's not so pretty sometimes, but it kind of also depends on where you're standing. Okay? All right? Thank you, everybody. Great questions. I hope I answered them okay. Always, you guys, feel free. You can keep asking me the same question until I get it. Sometimes I don't get it. Okay? And everybody, love yourself first. And I'll see you next week. If you can, put this video somewhere. Share it in, little forums and groups where people can get this kind of information that they might need. Okay? Thank you, everyone. I love you. I'll see you next week. Danny Dog Productions.